I want to talk about some defensive linemen, free agents that are available out there for the Chicago Bears. And we got to take a look at them, right? Like the Bears, we know that they did not address the defensive line in the way that we thought that they would. They continue to create space with restructuring contracts. There's a number of guys that are out there that could be there, right? So with that said, Joey Bosa is the number one guy out there that you have to talk about. He's not going back to the Buffalo Bills apparently as well. The Bears have a need for a pass rusher. And when you look at Joey Bosa, I'm not saying he's perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but this is a guy that's still a very productive veteran that is still putting up numbers and still able to help teams out. So I think if you bring him in, and if you don't want to just trust Austin Booker and Dayo Odeyingbo, you want to bring in somebody who's kind of more of a proven thing. Yeah, he's a little bit on the older side. He was born in 1995. Take that for what you will. But this guy still had a 5-sack season last year, right? Still 5 fumbles forced, tied for number 1 in the NFL in that area, right? So this is a guy that is still very, very productive. He's not where he was when he was getting 11.5, 10.5, 12.5 sacks, but still a guy that can come in and produce. And he played 15 games last year for that Buffalo Bills team. So with him not likely to return there, listen, I wouldn't be mad at taking a shot at Joey Bosa. You go through training camp, and hey, if Joey Bosa does not, bring you what you think you need or wanted, or if you do feel more confident about Austin Booker or anybody else, I think you can look at that and say, all right, cool. We don't have to keep Joey Bosa around, but he probably would want guaranteed money anyway. I'm just not mad at the potential of bringing in Joey Bosa. I think he's somebody that can help bolster. He doesn't completely change the outlook of the Chicago Bears defensive line, but he does help bolster that defensive line, and that's really what you're looking for at this point in time. The other guy, the old vet, that's Calais Campbell. I brought this guy up before. He played, so much of his career with Arizona. He went back to Arizona after, being in Atlanta, Baltimore, and Miami over the course of a couple of years. But he came back to Arizona, where his career started at. He's a free agent right now. This guy that still had 6.5 sacks last year, playing at the defensive tackle position. Would he be a starter? I don't know. Hell, Grady Jarrett didn't play really well for us at all last season. But Calais Campbell, I wouldn't hate. Again, at this point, the signings that I'm looking for are cost-effective veterans that can still contribute while not needing to take big long-term money from you. So even though that he was born the same year I was in 1986, which is crazy, he's 3 months older than me though. The shout out to the 40 Club. This is a guy that's still been very productive in the size and the experience that he has. The Bears have brought in old veterans before that are long in the tooth. We did that with I can't remember the tight end's name. We did that with a few years ago. That's definitely a guy that you can take a look at.